Hey, this is Ganapathi from USF Urology, Tampa. So I'm organizing with my co-chair for the FUS2024 program,
Yeah,
Tim.
Tim Lyon. I'm a urologic oncologist at Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville.
So, we love this
Yeah,
process of putting this program together. So far, it's going really well. And thanks to our president, David Thiel, and past president, Vip Patel, chairman, um, Rafael Carrion, everyone put together us in this game. And it's really a learning experience. And
absolutely.
we met a lot of good people and it's really enjoying the process.
Absolutely. Yeah, we probably put a full year of work into this program at this point, iterating and reiterating and making sure we have a pretty broad swath of people speaking at the meeting from private practice and academic programs throughout the state. So hopefully it's been well received as a program.
So far, that's what the feedback we are getting. So everyone is enjoying it, and we have all regions and gender equality represented well, programs represented well, private, academic. It's
Right.
very well balanced. That's the feedback so far.
Yeah, and just for the benefit of the listeners, some things we discussed this year, specifically making changes to the programmatic structure of this meeting based on survey feedback from our previous iteration. So, number one, we started to reduce the time available for talks to about 10 to 15 minutes for most talks, because our members were telling us in the surveys that they wanted more quick hits, more different things to hear about rather than talks that could go longer or kind of drone on. So that's been a change we made. Another thing that we really focused on was putting some of the resident sessions at the beginning of the day on Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m.,
Yeah.
to really get a good nucleus of people down here, and then moving the breakfast to 8 a.m., which has allowed, hopefully, for more engagement with our industry partners without whom we can't do these meetings.
Yeah. Also, the case discussions with each session is well received so far. Everyone is enjoying it. The audience get more time and opportunity to, speak to the,
Yeah.
in the speakers and ask their questions. That seems to be very well received,
Completely agree.
and any feedback is more than welcome. We always, here to get the feedback and make any changes as needed.
Yeah. Another new session this year is, for the first time ever, we're having a women of the FUS session. That's at the end of the day tomorrow on Saturday. They're doing an hour on MRI interpretation in various regions of the body. So we're excited about that, and if successful, we'll probably continue in future iterations of the meeting.
So I have a question for you guys. You guys are very busy urologists. Now you've been tasked with this by the society. So if you could each tell us about your time management skills and how you've been able to balance the needs of this event versus everything else that you have to spend time on.
Of course, you prioritize your timing. It is a process, and we really enjoyed interacting with the speakers, moderators, and the president, and past president, and the president elect. Everyone is very supportive, and we prioritize time for this, of course.
Yeah, and I would say, really being on top of email has been important for all of us, because it can be hard to get all of us on a Zoom call or phone call together. So for me, I just wake up before the rest of my family and try to get those things done very early in the morning. So I understand that doesn't work for everybody, but that's been a technique that worked for me.
So, welcome. So, of course, feel free to give us any feedback. That's what we are looking for.
Well, you guys are pretty good on camera. So have you guys become better friends or gone to know each other very well?
Yeah. We actually didn't know each other before this past year.
Yeah, that's our first interaction,
yeah,
and of course,
exactly.
sure is
And I look forward to careers worth of collegiality and friendship.
my pleasure.
Yeah.
So tell us about the craziest thing you guys have seen either in residency or in your practice.
Oh, there are so many things.
So one that comes to mind specifically is I did residency in Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh, and we had a very large psychiatric hospital nearby. And I got a phone call one night while on call about a resident of the psychiatric center inserting crayons into the urethra. And of course, my first question to the psychiatry resident calling me was, what color was the crayon? Which didn't go over very well, but we had to go fish that out. I think it was burnt orange or burnt sienna or one of those niche colors.
So you went to. We're not going to ask you about the Steelers then, because
So I grew up originally in Kansas City, home of Patrick Mahomes, if you guys are familiar with them. So that's my allegiance.
Perfect. Residency. Now, I did residency back home in India. Urology, that's much different than here. One fun fact, during my internship, I didn't leave the hospital campus for 6 straight months. I lived in the campus for 6 months.
You were truly a resident.
That's how the internship was there.
Yeah, that's great.
last question. For someone that is not here this year, is not going to be able to see the amazing program that you guys have put together, why should someone come here next year?
There is a lot of interaction with the speakers. That's the most important thing. Like, we share the experience, we learn from each other, we share the experience, and we get to meet the industry, the cutting edge technology, or what is in the horizon. We need to know. This meeting we spoke about the AI. We are talking about the new advances in stone technology, single port robot, and immunotherapy. So we have more things to share.
And I would just add to that it's a pretty large meeting. I think we have over 250 attendees registered, which, if this was a section in the American Urological Association, would be the second largest section. So there's a lot of people here, a lot of different people to meet, to make professional connections. We've got all subspecialties in urology sessions on each of those, so it's a pretty comprehensive review of current and emerging techniques in urology. So I think a pretty high yield way to spend your time.
And one more thing, Florida, probably Orlando, more things to do for family too.
Yeah,
So,
bring the family, go to the parks, exactly.
And you mentioned every past president, but the one in front of you right now,
of course, it was
2021.
pass. So,
Thank you guys for all the time that you guys have put in. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
pleasure.
That was fun. I appreciate it.
So, yeah.